Good afternoon, everybody. It is indeed a pleasure to be back on the radio station. I didn't know if I was going to be back on or not. About a week ago, I thought that was it, but had to come back on, especially because of guests like I have on today. That's what makes radio exciting, is when you have some people that are into new media that are so successful. It's to me, I admire so much people that are able to work with the internet and create a celebrity for themselves. I mean, when I started in radio, you know, there was just radio and TV, and there was no internet. I don't want to go back too far, but now to see people like my first guest here today, who is just an absolute YouTube sensation, I beyond admire that. As a guy who did very well in mainstream old school radio, and now I see people like this gentleman who's just kicked some serious ass on the internet. It's incredible. And that's why really the name of this show is going to be changed to the YouTube radio show, because I really believe that the entertainment that we're getting is going to move, and is already moving so fast beyond traditional television. It's on the internet, and YouTube is a major force. And there's so many different categories and so many different people in YouTube. And this gentleman is a gamer and a comedian. And I want to bring him on right now. It is my immense pleasure to introduce the man, the myth, the legend. I won't say his name because I don't even know if I'm supposed to. Caveman Films is here. And so, hey, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Good. Can I say your real name, or is that supposed to be?
Yeah, sure, yeah. Yeah, my name's Dan.
Dan Smith, right?
Yep.
Well, Dan, I'm so stoked to have you on. And just in background, you have 1.3 million, more than 1.3 million subscribers to Caveman Films, which is your YouTube channel. And as I understand, over 100 million views of your videos, right?
Yeah, actually, I think we're passing 200 million in total.
That is insane. Tell everybody how old you are, too, which is even more amazing.
Yeah, I'm 22, and I started doing Caveman Films when I was in high school. Like my senior year of high school, I started working on it.
Dude, that is absolutely insane. You're 22. Now, as I understand it, again, I am, to the gaming world, I am more Neanderthal than you call yourself. I know you I know nothing about it, but as I understand it, there's a lot of you guys are young like you are and drive Maseratis because you made so much money on YouTube.
Man, I wish I had a Maserati. That'd be awesome.
But your whole living, you make a living off doing Caveman Films, so is that correct?
Oh yeah. I live very comfortably doing Caveman Films. It's a great opportunity. I love it.
I watched a video of the new series that you're doing today. Is that a Minecraft video series that you're doing with Ant Venom, my guest who's going to be on tomorrow?
Yes, yeah.
It's again, I'm absolutely clueless when it comes to the world of gaming, but it's a pretty tripped out video series where I guess you're at a pizza place, right? You explain.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, that's everyone loves those kinds of videos. They're really, really fun because I get to like tell a story and entertain kids, and I like to scare them too. So and it's, you know, it's October too, so going along with the Halloween theme, we're trying to be spooky.
Yeah. So what's happening in this series is some poor dude comes into the pizza parlor as a security guard, or he's signed on, and explain what a little bit if you can.
Well, yeah. So a lot of us, because there's actually like a lot of people that, you know, do this for a living. It's really, really amazing how big and expansive and amazing the YouTuber side of things is. A lot of us do these things called role play. We play Minecraft, which is a game where you can basically do anything in it. And we decided to use that as a medium to tell a story. Or, for instance, I've even done things that are very similar to TV shows. Like they even have like commercial breaks and stuff like that. And so it's literally a whole new medium of entertainment that you can do through video games. It's really, really amazing, in my opinion.
When you look at it, it's all animation. Is this stuff that you create, or I mean, how do you make it? You know, how do you get the look and the animation and then the voices in there? It sounds real complicated from an editing and production point of view.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I wasn't doing YouTubing with the stuff I've done, I'd probably switch into a movie editing career, because I've definitely done things that I'm sure even like professional video editors, don't need to do. It can take up to weeks to edit one video, depending on how complicated it is. So yeah, it's really, really depending on what you do. It can be a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of skill required. But yeah, for things like what you were asking, a lot of that's shot in the game. You can actually, if you're really talented, you can kind of set things up to, look the way you want it to without actually having to like animate it yourself. But there are people that actually do animate via their own things they make.
Yeah, we're talking to Dan Smith. He is the man, the myth, the legend. He is Caveman Films on YouTube. And if you go to his channel, it's just wild. It's gaming, it's comedy, there's blood and guts. And we're trying to become the official radio show of YouTube. In fact, my new channel, which started 2 weeks ago, I think we have 134 subscribers to your 1.3 million, but we call ourselves the YouTube radio show. And it sort of the whole thing I'm trying to get into is trying to marry mainstream radio with YouTube and actually interview all the different types of people that are on YouTube. And gaming is so huge now. I mean, for people that don't know, explain how big gaming is, because I've seen on TV like stadiums now are filled with people. They're like sporting events sometimes even.
Yeah, it's really crazy. For instance, the #1 most subscribed channel on YouTube is a guy named PewDiePie, Felix Melberg, or Shelberg, I think it's KJEL. But he's Swedish, so don't get mad at me if I can't pronounce his name correctly. But he has like a gigantic, amazing YouTube channel. And I mean, he's getting TV shows and all this stuff, and it's really cool because you can branch down from YouTube into other medias and from other medias into YouTube. And it's really, really amazing. And for gaming, I know South Park did a whole episode about people like YouTube commenters like me and PewDiePie, where the kids aren't actually playing the game themselves. They're watching people play the game because they enjoy the commentary. And it's really kind of cool to see the media like South Park and stuff like that. I think there's lots of gamers that have been on talk shows lately, like Jimmy Kimmel and the Late Show with Stephen Colbert. And it's just really, really amazing to see, because I've met some of these people, and seeing them on the actual TV is pretty dang amazing.
Have you ever done a radio interview before, or is this your first one?
This is actually my first one.
Wow, dude. Nice. Thank you.
Thank you for asking.
Yeah, and here you sit with 1.3 million subscribers and over 200 million views of videos. How about TV? Have you done a mainstream TV interview before?
No, actually. I think at one point I was contacted with my local news network, but they never actually went through. So this is really, really kind of exciting for me.
Well, it's more exciting for me, and I'll tell you something. I stress more on an interview with you because I know nothing about gaming, but I did read there's now I didn't even know this until today that I have a Wikipedia page that's just awful. Like anybody who looks at it will never hire me. But now there's a Wikitubia, and that's what you're on, right?
Yeah, I think there's a Wikipedia page on me on there. I haven't actually checked that.
Right. Well, it's called Wikitubia or Wiki or YouTube Wiki, and it mentioned something about things that you do with anuses also, which I thought was pretty funny. What is that all about?
Oh man, I don't even remember that. Okay. It was probably a joke I made a long time ago, and like sometimes you'll make a joke and you don't really think it's going to stick, and then your fans just love the crap out of it. So you're just like really confused. I'm actually going on that thing. I'm trying to find the word anus.
Yeah. I don't even know if you're supposed to say that on the air. Di, are we allowed to say the word anus on the radio?
It's a body part, right?
Yeah, I think you're okay.
I think we're good on that.
Right. I'm just
okay. I see exactly what you're talking about. So there's this monster in the game of Minecraft that is a gigantic octopus monster, and it has a baby's face on it. And sometimes, depending on the way you want the map to feel, you can change the textures on it to look different. And to me, they had changed the texture on the baby's face, is what I call them, into what I could only describe as an anus. So I called it a baby anus.
right. But then you did some tripped out like drawings of anuses or something. Is that's what I was reading, I guess.
No, I've never drawn any anuses or anything like that.
Okay. Well, I wonder what they were saying. What does it say there? It says something about it. I guess it was talking about you doing jokes of some sort. Oh, in jokes.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Right.
Like what
mutated anuses. That's what it's called. A texture. It says the gaffs were textured to look like mutated anuses, so they were thereby dubbed baby anus.
Yeah. There you go.
And what has been your most popular series of videos? This is again Dan Smith, Caveman Films, his first radio interview ever. He's a true superstar of the gaming world on YouTube. But what's your most popular series, and what's it all about?
Well, actually, as in something that's got the most views very quickly, that would be that the Five Nights at Freddy's series that you saw. I believe the first episode over 2 million views in less than a month, which was kind of really amazing to me. I wasn't expecting that well of a reception. And that's the one about the guy going to the pizza parlor and the animatronics coming to life and killing people and stuff like that. And other than that, I do a few other series. A lot of them are based off of like actual things because you can kind of take what they had and you're like, I didn't like how they did it that way, so I'm going to do it my own way. And it's really, really neat.
I'll tell you what, we're going to take a break here right now. When I come back, I want to ask you about, is there behind the scenes craziness or some really insane stuff that happens with the world of gaming on YouTube? And we are back here. Of course, this radio show is the official radio show of YouTube. I don't know if anybody else on the radio is covering YouTube like we are. We have a different YouTube person on every single day on the show, and our new channel is called the YouTube Radio Show. And we have Dan Smith from Caveman Films. He's our guest today. Hey, Dan, if you tweet out one time for people to subscribe to our channel, that'll probably get us from 134 to about 5,000.
Yeah, maybe. I can definitely tweet it out, though.
Oh, dude, you'd be awesome. I know you forever. So you have with 1.3 million subscribers, and you've been doing this since when?
Since, I want to say about 2010.
And so I'm guessing that you're a celebrity, obviously. Is there some crazy stuff that's happened to you since you, now that you do this all the time?
I've got loads of stories. Some I won't say on radio, but
Tell me the craziest one that you can actually say on the radio. I mean, because I'm pretty much the alternative in radio. I want to hear it.
Yeah. Well, one that I find funny, I like to tell it to a lot of people, is a couple of years ago, I moved from my house to an apartment, and I had done a vlog, telling my fans that I had moved to said apartment. I didn't, give out any address or even much of a camera shot of outside. And a couple of weeks passed, and I'm upstairs taking a shower, and I hear a knock to my front door. So I go downstairs, I answer the door, and just some clothes I sloppily put together. and it's like 10 o'clock at night, and there's just 3 teenagers on my doorstep, and they're like, "Are you Caveman Films?" And I'm like, yeah, I am. It's like, "Do you want to get some pizza with us?" And I'm like, "Wait a minute. How do you know where I live, and why do you want me to eat pizza with you at night?"
Wow. How did they find out where you lived?
Yeah, so I asked them, and apparently their grandmother owned an apartment next to mine, and they had recognized the view from out of one of my windows. And it's really crazy because there's actually like bigger YouTubers than I have been, like, they track where they live because of, like, okay, it takes 5 minutes for them to go to McDonald's and back because they tweeted about going to McDonald's and coming back. Or I saw this Walmart as they were driving by in a vlog, so I can pinpoint it to this. It's really, really kind of bizarre, but people can, in fact, pinpoint where bigger YouTubers are just from, like, the information we accidentally, like, you don't even think about it.
If you were to actually give out the city you live in and your address, do you think a ton of people would show up at your door?
Not a ton, but some. For instance, I know a guy named Syndicate, and he's actually gotten very angry with his fans for showing up at his house uninvited.
How did they know where he was?
Like I said, they can literally piece together where you live based off of facts. It's kind of really scary if you think about it. But he also might have slipped an address at some point. But once the address is out, everyone knows about it, and they can find it on the internet if they want to.
Do you have women that want to have sex with you, that proposition you over the internet?
Thankfully not. I don't think I'd accept anything like that with the internet.
In radio, I've done a lot of personal appearances. Like when I've been on some stations in LA that were just humongous. And one time I was out doing a gig and some girl asked me to come outside and to sign her breast. And later I signed some other stuff in my birthday suit with her.
I get it. Well, actually, see, my channel is actually mostly child-oriented, so the idea of doing that with any of my fans is kind of, frankly, disturbing to me. But
how old's your audience?
I haven't had any of those kind of propositions.
How old is your audience, would you say, for your games?
Yeah, so gaming is, it tends to be a younger medium of entertainment. The general age range of people watching are, for me, specifically about 10 to 15. Obviously, there's outliers. There's I know some 40-year-olds that watch me. I know some 5-year-olds that watch me, which is fine because I actually cater to family-friendly content. Like I say PG, basically. Now, there's other YouTubers that can say F-bombs and all this other stuff off the top of their head, and that's fine, too. But, me specifically, I cater myself towards, people I could show it to anyone, and I'd be like, this isn't going to make you feel awkward watching this in the room.
But at the same time, you said you have a lot of horror also that you like to throw in there, right? Like some blood and guts and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like children should deal with darker themes, but, you can do it in a way that's tasteful to them.
Yeah. I have a different kind of fan base. My fan base, they have a blog. It's a blog of haters. It's either haters or wannabe radio personalities that want to knock me off because I've been successful in radio. And so one of them just texted me, did I ever sign any penises at that radio station? No, that wasn't my preference.
Yeah. But, I've signed, like, when I go to a lot of conventions and I meet up with lots of fans, and that's honestly the highlight of why I do this. It's really great to see all those smiling kids' faces. Most of the time, they usually have me sign things like because Minecraft is usually at the event too. They buy things like the Minecraft loot, like they'll buy a Minecraft sword or whatever, and I'll sign it. And like a lot of the other YouTubers that they find at the convention, they'll sign it too. So you'll see like the sword covered in like signatures of all the other YouTubers. It's really, really neat. I've signed like shirts, and like a lot of the time they're wearing the shirt. So it's like, okay, I'll sign your back, I guess. And really, it's just, things like that. It's really neat, though.
how packed do these conventions get? Like give me an example of the most recent convention. I mean, are they just packed, sold out, and everything?
Yeah, they're usually sold out. Usually within the first 2 days, especially Minecon, where there was 10,000 tickets, and that was sold out in like a day.
Where's that one?
So Minecon is like the official Minecraft convention, so a lot of Minecraft YouTubers go there.
Where is it? What city?
They usually move it around. For instance, this year it was in London, England, and then the year before that it was down in Orlando, Florida, and then before that it was like in Las Vegas. So I mean, they move it around every year.
And so when you go there, do you get paid an appearance fee to show up there and sign?
For Minecon, not specifically. I usually go to some of these. Oh man, my mind just went blank. Some of these conventions out of pocket. There are some I've been paid to go to, and those have always been awesome because I love to travel. And so if I get an opportunity to go somewhere I haven't been before and meet new people, I always try to take up on that offer, you know? And
we'll be right back to find out how rich you can get with a hit YouTube channel after this. Scott Monroe, No Life Inman, who is here in New York. By the way, I'm back in New York, Di, and everybody. Back in New York.
That was quick.
Yeah, I was only in Southern California for 7 days. And of course, Dan Smith is on the line. Dan, this is what my radio career has come to. Somebody goes, nobody is a fan of you, not you, Dan, me. I will send you $1 per every call you can get. Well, Scott Monroe Inman, you owe me $1 because Kaylee's on the line and wants to talk to Dan Smith from Caveman Films with 1.3 million subscribers. His first radio interview ever, 1.3 million subscribers on YouTube. And of course, remember, we are the official radio show of YouTube. Kaylee, are you there?
I'm here.
Go ahead, Kaylee.
Hi. So I know that you do all these videos. Which series would you consider your favorite, being honest?
What series would I consider my favorite? Ooh, that is a good one. Really, I like the ones that I put a lot more effort in, like not just the general gameplay ones. So I really like the Pixelmon series I do, and the Five Nights at Freddy roleplay I do.
One of my favorites is actually the Pixelmon series. It's really awesome, being honest.
Well, thank you very much.
Hey,
really
Kaylee, how awesome is it that he's on the radio right now?
It's just amazing. It's like the first time I've ever heard a YouTuber being in this position. There's not a lot that happens where I am, so hearing this, I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I'm just so
I
happy
feel the
for him.
exact same way.
Okay, thanks, Kaylee. I guess we got somebody else from Pennsylvania calling. Casey from Pennsylvania, you're on with Dan Smith, Caveman Films on YouTube.
Nice to meet you, Dan.
Nice to meet you too, Casey. Over the phone, on the radio.
So I was on Twitter, saw a phone number and saw something about radio, and I was, you know what? Every time I see a random phone number, just got to call it.
Well, that worked.
It worked. Definitely worked.
Yep.
So how shocked were you when you noticed that you got big on YouTube? Say you surpassed 300,000.
Yeah. I was really, like, there was a feeling of pure joy that I don't think I could ever replicate when I first started getting bigger. It's definitely probably one of the most memorable things in my life. I was really shocked if it's, not a surprise to you. I was very shocked.
Man, it's good to hear. I'm glad there's actually YouTubers out there who actually find that as mesmerizing, as I would say.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, there's a lot of good YouTubers out there that I think still do, have like that kind of, they think back and they're like, wow, look how far I've come. And it's just, something that literally makes them speechless.
Does it just come out of nowhere? I mean, is it just like all of a sudden you can't believe how many people are watching your videos?
Yeah, kind of. It just like it hits you all at once and you're like, whoa.
All right.
Where are you in Pennsylvania, Casey?
Newcastle. So, is it okay if I ask a second question? If no one else
yeah, for sure, man. This is great.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. What made you decide to come on a radio station out of all things?
I just got presented with the opportunity, and I was like, you know what? Why not? I mean, I like radio. I listen to it all the time when I'm driving places, so it'd be kind of cool to be the voice on the radio for a time.
Yeah, you got to.
How do you think he's doing, Casey?
Yeah, he's doing all right so far. I mean, a lot better than I would do. I'd be stuttering all over the place personally.
I'll tell you, it's harder for me because I know nothing about gaming. I don't even think I can play a video game.
You should get into it.
Yeah, no, listen, I will. I absolutely will. Either that or you guys will kill me.
Yeah, do what you got to do.
Yeah, by the way, our channel is called the YouTube Radio Show. We'll have the interview of this up after the show, if not today, for tomorrow for sure. And did you say somebody else was on the line?
There was somebody, and there's someone new now. And
okay.
I'm not sure if it's legit.
Right. Now, so far, Scott Monroe Inman owes me $2, so I'm going to cram as many calls as I can because I'm broke. I don't make the big money like Dan does.
Me neither.
Yeah. And Scott Monroe Inman, he still owes me $2 because we had 2 legitimate calls. He goes, FCC. You don't get in trouble with the FCC when it's somebody who calls in and does it. So, right, isn't that right, Di? Or did you bleep it anyway? Oh, well, okay, then it's just me and you. All right, I'll tell you what. Di, are you around?
I'm here, yes.
Okay, what's going on in the background there?
Oh, can you hear me? I've got Sarah from Alabama on the line, and she's very nervous.
Sarah, are you there? Sarah from Alabama.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, you're on with Caveman Films. Don't be nervous. It's just the 3 of us talking.
Oh my God, yes, this is like my dream comes true.
Thank you.
Caveman, I love watching your videos. You're hysterical.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're actually inspiring me to make my own gaming channel.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's really a cool thing. I love it when people do that.
Yeah.
Why does he inspire you so much?
I mean, he's just such a funny guy. It's just like it's like you really want to watch him. You want to be like, you feel like he's like your friend.
Oh, thank you. I have like the biggest smile on my face right now.
Oh, thanks.
Where in Alabama are you?
I'm actually not from Alabama. I'm from North Carolina.
Oh, okay. Where are you?
I'm from North Carolina, so that's kind of neat. Yeah.
Yeah.
How popular is Caveman Films and Dan, who's on the line? Explain to people who aren't into the YouTube how big this guy is.
I mean, honestly, he's huge. Like, there's some YouTubers that I've looked at. I'm like, they don't even have as many subscribers as Dan does. But like, I was like thinking, what? I thought they would be like popular or anything, but that's cool. I'm like, yeah, Dan's awesome.
Are you amazed he's on a radio show?
Oh yeah, I'm amazed. I'm getting to speak with him right now.
Oh, don't be amazed. I honestly, it's just like it's what I love doing this. Like, I just love talking with the people that enjoy my stuff. So it's great to talk to you too.
Oh, thanks. I actually found you, Caveman, via Ant Venom.
Oh yeah. Ant Venom's a good friend of mine, and I think he's going to be on this radio show actually tomorrow. So
yeah, he's going to be on. He's going to be on tomorrow. So spread the word. He'll be on the same time tomorrow. How old are you?
I'm actually 18.
Do you have a girlfriend, okay. Dan?
What? Not right now, but I don't really think I want to date a fan just because, some implications that could arise from that. But it's always great to, hear stuff like that.
All right. Hey, thanks, Sarah.
No problem. Have a great day.
Okay.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
All right. Okay, everybody, you're listening to the Poorman here. This is the YouTube radio show, and we have got a major YouTube star, Caveman Films. Dan Smith is with us, and we're taking phone calls. The phone number, if anybody wants to call in and talk to Dan, his first radio interview ever on mainstream radio, 888 888-909-1050 is the number. 888-909-1050. I believe we have another call on the line from Kentucky. Is that right, Di?
Yep.
Okay. Hi. Who's this? Let's see if it's Radio Hindenburg again. So far, by the way, somebody challenged me and said we wouldn't get any calls. For every call we get, I'd get $1. So I'm up to about $4 or $5. And I expect you to pay me, Scott, because we're both in New York. So I can meet you at Herald Square. You're not getting out of this, my friend. Okay. Hi. Who's this?
I'm Douglas.
Douglas, you're on you with Caveman Films, right? You want to talk to Dan?
Yep.
Hi, Doug. How's it going?
Good.
Awesome.
I actually came to your channel from Sky.
Oh, really? Yeah. Adam's a good friend of mine, so that's neat.
Who's Sky?
Sky does Minecraft. He's a really large YouTuber. I think he has oh man, last time I checked, he was over 10 million subscribers. So he's a big guy. He's just like a really good guy. And he just became a dad recently too. So all props to him. Really, he's just doing great. But yeah, Doug. So you have anything to say?
Yeah, it's a big honor talking to you.
What?
It's a big honor to talk to you.
Oh, it's a big honor to talk to you too.
Why is it such a big honor, Doug?
He's actually I'm a big fan of his.
What do you like best? Like, what videos of his do you really like?
Mostly his Minecraft ones.
Yeah, because I do a lot of Minecraft videos. And which ones out of my Minecraft ones do you like?
The Five Nights at Freddy's. The roleplay.
Yeah, awesome.
That's the one that I saw, the first one, the one that has 2 million, right? The pizza parlor one.
Yeah, with the pizza parlor and the animatronics coming to life and stuff. Yeah.
Well, cool, Douglas. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Douglas. It was nice talking to you, man.
Listen, I about 20 minutes ago, I wanted to ask you, how much money can you make if you have your own YouTube channel and you're really popular? Like you mentioned, was it Sky who has 10 million subscribers on YouTube on his channel?
Yeah.
How much money?
I'm not going to go into any specific numbers, but depending, like, starting at the bottom, you can at least buy yourself, a meal every day or something. It's really neat. For me, I can live comfortably. I'm not like, I don't have a Lamborghini or anything like that, but I live comfortably within my means. And then PewDiePie, I've heard, has made upwards of like not quadruple figures, but like 7 figures a year. So it's really like a gigantic exponential kind of thing going on.
What was that, Di? You whispered something in my ear. I didn't hear it. Go ahead and ask.
I was just saying you could throw out the number again.
Oh, the phone number. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's 888-909-1050 if you want to call in and talk to Dan Smith from Caveman Films, 888-909-1050. I heard, who Jenna Marbles is, right? She's got like, 15 million followers on YouTube on her channel?
Yeah, I've heard of her.
Somebody told me she makes $500,000 a month.
Yeah, I mean, that is totally possible. There are some YouTubers that make so much money a month that it's frankly just mind-boggling.
Cutie Pie, who you mentioned, how old is Cutie Pie?
I believe PewDiePie, he's in his 20s, like early 20s. I don't know exactly how old he is. I'm sure a quick Google could say how old he is.
Right.
He's 25 years, apparently, because even Google automatically knows. So he's 25 years old.
And he's a gamer also?
Oh, yes, he's a big gamer. He does, like, just gaming and vlogs. And he's honestly, I really like him. He seems like a very kind person, and I'm really glad he has the success he has. YouTube
superstar Caveman Films. If you're not on YouTube with my audience, go there and find somebody who can get as many people watching their videos as a network channel would hope to have on a regular weekly night during prime time. Go ahead, Maggie. You're on with Caveman Films.
Hello there, I should say. I actually just tweeted you to see if you were still doing this.
Yeah, I tweeted to you, yeah. And so glad that you managed to recall.
Yeah, so you went to ArcadiaCon this year, correct?
I don't think I went to ArcadiaCon this year, unfortunately. I had other things to attend to. But that's another convention that takes place in Galveston, Texas, for those of you guys who don't know.
Oh, yeah, I went to that one, GameCon.
Mm-hmm.
I was there.
Oh, ArcadiaCon. I'm stupid. I got those two mixed up. Yes, I went to the ArcadiaCon. That's the place in Florida. Oh, man. Yeah, I was there.
So I was wondering if you were going to ArcadiaCon next year.
Probably. Yeah, definitely. If the people at ArcadiaCon ask me, I'll definitely go, and if not, I'll still probably go just because I really enjoyed it last time.
Mm-hmm, it was pretty fun.
What happens there?
It's
oh yeah, you want to answer it, Maggie?
Stuff.
Stuff. Yeah, so ArcadiaCon is actually more of like a Minecraft YouTuber convention where just a bunch of us Minecraft YouTubers, we rent out a convention hall, and we'll put together a convention. Like we'll have meet and greets and signings and presentations and show new things and stuff and meet with the fans and sign autographs, and that's really all it's about. It's really, really great.
All right, thanks, Maggie.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Every time I go to the phones, I just shudder here, but we got to do Crystal from Ventura, California. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
You're on with Dan Smith from Caveman Films. His first radio interview ever. How's he doing, do you think, Crystal?
It's pretty good, actually.
Thank you.
Go ahead. You're on with him. Whatever you want to talk to him about.
Yeah, ask me anything.
Well, this is hard because I've never actually talked to a YouTuber. But first of all, thank you very much for being able to talk to people.
Thank you.
And second of all, I was wondering if you have any advice for starting up a YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah, advice. Okay, yeah, let's try. So I guess some really good advice is to just, really do what you love. Like if you're having fun, I think people can tell that you're having fun doing the thing you're doing. Don't let, small amount of views or anything like that get you down. And if you see something, start going well, make sure you seize it and keep on going after it, really. It is kind of not random, but like, you don't know what's going to happen. So if you just come at it with a really positive attitude, I think that really does change your outlook on the whole thing.
Before we go, I want you to think about this for a minute, Dan, because we have somebody else calling you right now as well. But I want you to tell us something. We got about, 8 minutes left. This is the Poorman here with the YouTube radio show, and my guest is Caveman Films. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Dan Smith, is doing his first radio interview right here on my YouTube channel, the YouTube radio show.
Okay.
I'll give you a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got more calls for you. Tell me when you're getting burned out. I mean, these calls keep coming for you.
Well, I don't mind.
Okay. Jay from where?
Moreno
Jay, where
Valley.
are you calling
Moreno
from?
Valley.
Oh, this is good. Oh, Jay. I know Jay. This is not a fake call. Jay, go ahead. You are on.
Hey, what's going on, man? I just wanted to ask your guest, how exactly can one make money off of this? Like, because if I start up my own channel and get a lot of views, do people just start contacting me to start putting promotions of their own? Like, how exactly does one make money off of starting their own YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I just wanted to see how that works.
Yeah, that's a good question. A lot of YouTubers do make money through promotions and stuff like that, but the majority of just our videos getting, generating revenue. Have you ever seen an ad that plays before that video on YouTube? That's usually, that's actually like once you get big enough, you get contacted by YouTube or a multi-channel network, which are kind of like these companies that give out the advertising rights to your videos, and you get contacted, and basically you get paid like a cent for every time someone watches an ad, and so the more people watching the ads, the more cents pile up, and ta-da, money.
Okay, that's cool. I appreciate your help, man. Thank you.
Start your YouTube channel, Jay. Start the Jay from Moreno Valley YouTube channel, and just go and video some of the crack houses around that area.
There's too many of them out here, man. It's way too many. I'd be a billionaire if I did all that. You guys have a good one, huh?
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah. All right, now.
Thanks, man. All right, so Dan Smith, Caveman Films. He's been our guest today. Our first gamer we've ever had, and his first radio interview, and you did great, man. Way to go.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so that pretty much concludes our show for today. And tomorrow we're going to actually have his friend, Ant Venom, who has got about 2.3 million subscribers on YouTube and 500,000 Twitter followers. So it's all happening. Celebrities on the internet. And we're going to interview him. Woo! And that's about all I got to say. So have a great evening. And Scott, you owe me about $7, bro.
Have a question or a comment? Be sure to tweet the Poor Man at Poorman1. That's the Twitter account. So tweet the Poor Man, and better yet, follow the Poor Man on Twitter. This may come as a surprise, but Beatlesarama is in its 15th year of keeping the Beatles alive for a new generation. If you spent any time in the 60s, or if you're smart enough to know it was the coolest era for music, you're going to love us. Just go to Beatlesarama.com and the player should start right up. We're also available on TuneIn, iTunes, Windows Media, and more. Once you tune in, you'll be hooked. Plus, you can join our Facebook fan club and follow us on Twitter. Be sure to bookmark it. Beatlesarama.com. Hey everybody, I'm Pat Matthews. If you're in the need for voice work, whether it be for commercials, narrations, or even having your personal or business voicemail professionally done, I'm the guy. I promise quick turnaround and great rates. I'd love to work with you. Thanks for your time, and you have a great day.